We are now in the Deeper Than Rap series. Got my dude, my partner, my little brother, my little homie on the line. Frenchie, what's happening, man?
What's up, man? Appreciate you having me on the show.
I don't know how to address you right now. Is it Frenchie? Is it Genius? Is it Brandon? What am I addressing you as nowadays, man?
It depends. Like me and you, we more on a friendship level, so you can address me as first name. I think you met me as Frenchie though.
Okay.
Not a lot of people call me Genius, so I wouldn't want you to call me that.
Where did you brand the Genius name from to be called Genius though?
Well, when I was younger, like when I first started making beats, my mom would refer to me as the musical genius. Like she would always refer to me as a genius. So I was like, all right, let me just start putting that after my name. And I used to put Frenchie, the musical genius.
Yeah.
And then after a while, like when I came up with the progression, which is my way of life and my way of thinking, and I started recruiting people into that, everybody in the group had a PKA name, so I needed to come up with another name. So I was like, Frenchie PKA, well, let me see if I can shorten this musical genius into a name. So I just spelled genius in my own little unique way.
Okay, so what made you want to dive into the music?
I was 6 years old, and I saw the animated movie Aladdin. You know about that movie, right?
Yeah, I know about Aladdin.
Every time I tell this story, people be like, are you serious? Like,
let's go. I gotta hear it.
But yeah, basically as a young child, I was real captivated by that movie. I had like the video game. And one day I went to a toy store and I wound up getting this musical toy that was based on the movie. Mm-hmm. And it came with it was like a colorful musical instrument with 10 keys, and it came with a book with all the songs from the movie. So I'm 6 years old, went home, I started learning all the songs in the book, and I would go play them to my mom. Yeah. Boom. Learn it, play it to her, go learn another one, play it to her. So I got through all the songs in the book, and I'm like, all right, I still want to keep playing songs. So I started coming up with my own stuff at 6 years old, and I would go play it to my mom, and she didn't believe it. She was like, I would come to her with something to compose, and she was like, you made that? I'm like, yeah. So then she would ask me to play it again just to make sure I ain't like playing around. So I would play it again. And then that's when I found out that I wanted to make music. I told her at 6 years old, this is what I want to do. I want to produce music.
Okay, how old are you at this point?
26 now.
And I've heard diversity in your music. Even as a young man, you know what I'm saying, even younger than you are now, like, I'm like, this dude right here is saying some things that people my age should be talking about, and it was amazing to me, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, I guess that's kind of like why you got the following probably that you got, you know what I'm saying, at this point.
As far as my following goes, I never felt like I had that big of a following as far as music goes. I mean, I had a pretty good following on MySpace, like back when MySpace was popular, I was on there a lot. And after that fizzled away. Like, I'm more of a people person. I like to connect with people on a personal level, and I can only connect with you so deep through music. Yeah. I mean, that's the downside. Like, I don't want people to just know me as an artist. So that's always what kind of pulled me away and trying to just go that route. When I was in college, that's when I really got my biggest dose of what fame and music would be like.
Yeah, let me go into that a little bit. So once upon a time, your boy Yale, when I was doing security at the at the Dome. And I would go into Georgia State. I was doing security there, and I would see this dude with this blue on just come out. He'd be on the sideline doing his thing, and then I'm like, who the hell is that fool down there? And then we play a song, and I'm like, I would get that's Frenchie. And you didn't even know I was there. I was trying to wave. Frenchie, you see me up there? I was on like the 16th row, like you was gonna see me way up there. Tell me about that then. Your time there at GSU.
I went there for 6 years. My first 3 years at the school, I was pretty much just trying to find my way. It was during like my third year, and I took this class. It was an event planning class, and we had to throw an event for the new football team. That was the year we were about to get the new football team. Mm-hmm. So I wrote a song for that event, and it was like a school anthem. It's called Blue Blitz. I wound up performing that at the event that we threw. And then this was like a really huge event. Everybody on campus came. It was food. It was like a tailgating event. I got to perform the song. And from that point, I just became a campus celebrity. Everybody knew me as the dude with the face paint on, and he writes songs for the school. So I saw where that was going, and that's how I got involved at the school and became well known for my music. So I took that and I ran with it because I saw the influence it was having, and I saw how it was changing the culture of the school, and I was able to connect with people.
Yeah.
So I started writing more songs after that one, and I wound up writing a whole album for the school. It's called 1913.
1913, and I remember that because I follow you on Facebook and Twitter. Did you have a lot of women getting at you?
Nah, not really. Not really, man.
He gonna tell you.
I wasn't digging them guns, man.
Honestly, to be honest, man, the most love I got from anybody at the school was the people who worked at the school. I got more people that work in the offices who recognized me than the students. They were big fans. I'm talking about older people, and it blew my mind to see that people that age were connecting with what I was doing more so than some of the students were.
So at this point, the music has led you into this standard movement thing that you're doing on Facebook, and I see the following, man. How did you develop that? And I really want to tell people about the standard and what it represents and what it's for, because I understand the deeper thing, because somebody asked you online the other day why you don't let artists promote their songs on the standard. So go ahead and dive into how you started the standard and what it's for.
The standard was born from an organic idea that I had for a while, and the basic idea was I was going to make a beat, I was going to write a verse, and I was going to challenge every artist in my network to hop on the beat and write a better verse than me. Like, I didn't know when this idea was going to come about, but it was always floating around in my mind.
Yeah.
And I wound up implementing the idea right before I released my latest album, which was around this time last year. It's coming up on a year that the standard has been born. So I made a beat, I wrote a verse, put it out, and I saw the amount of artists who were excited about it. And I'm all about judging energy.
Yeah.
You can tell when an idea is good when you see how people respond to it. So when I saw that people wanted to compete against me and they were riled up, and I'm like, all right, this could be something good for online music culture. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I didn't know it was going to spiral into the standard that's going on right now, where I have like rounds after round and it never ends. I just wanted to throw a song. I just wanted to make a song and see if somebody could write a better verse to me.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm a long-term thinker. So whenever I have a simple idea, I like to really dive into it and make it organized. So the reason why it became what it is because I wanted to have a fair way to judge who won. I didn't want to just put out a song and then have some corny way on figuring out like who won.
Yeah.
So I needed to develop a judges panel. So that's when I put that out. I'm like, I need judges to help me judge the standard and figure out who won. And from that, I put the song out. Other artists got involved. I saw the involvement and the interaction that was going on. And that's pretty much how it started.
Obviously, you have to pay full attention to what every artist brings, and I guess that's your difference than what you bring against other social marketing networks with music.
Yeah, let me dive into that, because like I see a lot of online networks for musicians and artists and people who want to make it, and the one thing they all have in common is that they're built around promotion. And I don't like to promote. I don't want artists to promote, because I know what people think when they see an artist post a link or send them a link. Oh, here we go. Here go another one of these artists sending me a link.
Yeah.
Even artists say it. Like, as an artist, you promote yourself because you want people to listen to you. Like, that's what we promote for. We want to be heard. Some people want fame more than others, but even if you don't want fame, the reason you share your music is because you want people to give a damn about what you're making.
Yeah.
So that's what the standard is about. Like, I don't allow promotion on the page because I want people to interact first.
Okay.
Like, I don't want people to just see a link and that's it.
So you really feel that people don't pay attention to those links, like, or they don't put time into listening to that artist, or that artist don't put time into the product, because that's the easy way to promote, not to be here in the streets or go to talk to people and say, hey, check my music out. I'm just going to post these links and somebody going to check it out, and I'll get 1 or 2 likes and 1 or 2 listens.
Yeah, it's that. Like, I see what happens every day. There's millions and millions of links being posted every day. I see pages that are designed to help people, quote unquote, network, but all I see is promoting. Like, networking is deeper than promotion.
Exactly.
But the internet is training people to be lazy, and they feel like, oh, I'm going to share a link and somebody's going to see it just because this group has like 15,000 members.
Exactly.
Yeah, the number looks good, but
and they won't talk to nobody personally, or even not face to face, but even online, and say, hey, I'm inboxing you personally. Check out this song and tell me what you think. There's no conversation given.
There's no conversation, and everybody's out for self. Like, you got 15,000 artists on the same page, all with the same mission, to be heard. So how does that work? Nobody's reaching out to anybody else. Nobody's trying to tune into what other people are doing. In the standard, like, I stress that I want artists to also comment on what other artists are doing. Like, if you're not competing in the current round, you're still part of the community.
Yeah.
You still have an opinion on what's going on.
Yeah.
I think people have this misconception that you have to be sharing a link to promote yourself.
Okay.
Like, if you're interacting, you're a walking brand. Like, every artist who does anything, or any entrepreneur, if you have something going on, anytime you talk to somebody, or anytime you post something, you're bringing your brand with you. So wherever that conversation goes, it might lead to music. So you might make a real connection.
Yeah.
And that's what I boost. Like, that's what I promote. Real human interaction. Because I feel like that's what's really going to help these artists be heard, is the opportunity to really meet people and connect with people in the industry, and not just share a link and hope they click on it and listen to it.
So how did you feel, you know what I'm saying, going off the standard, when you started performing in Dudley's and you had the whole crowd moving to your music and interacting with your song, that everybody knew it and they was waiting on you to perform? Are you hating now? How did that feel to you, man, as an artist?
At the time, it felt like what I really wanted to do with my life. Because when I was in there performing in Dudley's on the regular, I was in the mindset like, I want to make it as an artist.
Yeah.
I want to perform. I want to be in front of people. I want to have like my own tour one day. I want to be on a big stage. And when I saw the effect that my music was having on people, it pushed me to want to do that more and more, because it was addictive. Like, the first time I went in Dudley's and got that type of response, I ain't gonna lie, like, it felt really, really good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, this is dope. Like, I want to keep coming back and doing this, because that's the fun part about performing, when you can see the effect that your music has on people. But then the turnoff is, like, you brought up interaction.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's not real interaction, though. Like, I might be getting an emotional reaction out of you because you like my song, but when that song goes off, then what?
Oh,
like,
man.
Like, I haven't built any relationships, for the most part. All those people that love that song, like, I'm not in contact with those people. I don't get to connect with those people.
Yeah.
But if they see me, they'll be like, all right, I remember you, man. You had that song, Are You Hating? That was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels good, but it's just not deep enough for me, man. I like to connect with people on a deeper level than that. And then I found out, I mean, the rush of performing and getting a response is cool, but for me, I found out that's not my passion. Like, I can get on a stage and I can rock the mic and I can move people, but that's not my passion. I don't jump at every opportunity to perform. And it's been many nights when I was in Dudley's, even when I was performing, where I just kind of felt like people would ask me if I'm performing. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll perform since you want me to perform. But it's like, I found out that's not really my passion. And I couldn't ignore that. Just because I'm good at it, that doesn't mean it's something that I really, really want to do.
So what do you, is it the production side of thing, or this, you want this standard, the standard thing to grow? Is that what you really want to do? Is that your aim? What's your aim at this point?
Well, my first passion has always been about creating. Like I told you, at the age of 6, making music. That's behind the scenes. That's creating art. I'm a creative person. So anything I'm drawn to, anything I'm passionate about has to do with creating. When I'm performing, I don't get to create. That's just recreating a moment or an idea that's already been made. And for me, that's not giving me my full fulfillment as a person. Like, I'm more drawn to producing, to making graphics. That's why I built my business around the talents that I do behind the scenes, my creative abilities.
Well, tell them about the business, because we got like 2 minutes left before we go into another song and we sign off with you, man. Tell them about your current business.
Okay, the current business is called Gene U, and And what I do is I offer music production, mixing, mastering, graphic design, and I offer that to anybody, musicians, filmmakers, anybody who needs pictures edited. You don't even have to work in music. I just like creating art. I create art for anybody. And I also offer promotions for anybody I work with. I like to connect with people and get to know what they're doing and promote them through the GNU network, and I put it out. So I help people in that way too. The Standard is a project under the GNU brand. It's a GNU project. So anything I do with the Standard is a reflection of GNU. And I get to make art. Whoever wins a round of the Standard, they get a graphic made by me. And that's through my brand, GNU. So I still get to do what I love through the Standard.
I support everybody who does something for the world of hip hop and just music, and for the artists to get another side or another avenue outside of what this industry gives you. Like, this is the only thing you have to offer. I appreciate you having another level of opportunity and entertainment for the artists, man. So we about to sign off, man. I want give everybody where they need to reach you at on your social sites.
If you want to interact with me, hit me up on Facebook. It's www.facebook.com/Frenchie109, or you can just search my screen name, which is Frenchie space F period. If you want to find me on Instagram or Twitter, it's @Genius. That's JEENYUZ.
Different. Explain the name change real quick. How you spell it different? What's the reason? Just being different?
Yeah, there wasn't no specific reason. I like J's and I like Z's. So I just put a J in front and Z on the end.
Well, that's what we're going to check out, man. Check out my dude, my little homie, Frenchie PK Genius, on his social sites, Twitters, Instagrams, Facebooks, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate the interview, little homie. Do what you do. You're doing, as a young man, I appreciate people like you doing good things, brother.
What a great interview.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate that, man.
Well, shoot, we going to holler at you, man. I'll holler at you on the back end, man. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, one. That's my little homie right there, man.
That's how you do an interview. When y'all call in, be on point. Now, that's how you do a damn interview.